Welcome back to Darren 67 to 72. So we're going to work in the cab a little bit today. We're going to try and get the carpet laid in there if we can. So we've got the tap and die set out because we're going to make sure all the threads work on our seat or seat belts, that kind of thing. We've got our diagram out here. Yeah, I wanted you to see that. You knew that, didn't you? All right. Yep, we're back at it. Working on 1971 Cheyenne in Spanish gold. I did pull the seat out. I don't know if you ever had a good look at the seat. It's not terrible, but it's pretty soft. But we got seat covers. You know, the back of my truck. All my parts are in the truck. It's my parts truck. Yeah. Got seat covers, got new padding, got a repair kit. This truck I don't think needs it, but my 72 does. I might need to do a little repair right in this area here. I don't know. We'll see for sure. While we're here, though, you know, I work off camera because somehow things go right when I'm off camera. We're going to try and do some work on camera. These rails didn't work. I might as well show you how they work. These rails did not work when I took it apart. And what you got on these slide rails, if you can see, yeah, you can see, is this handle that releases the cogs right in here and allows this slide rail to move. Yeah, to move. Well, they've got this bar across the back. It's really difficult to see, but it's spring loaded and runs across. There's a reason that's bent. Yeah, I said bent. And then it's bent here, and there's a reason that's bent there too. And it comes this side, and it works on the same cog system right here. I don't know how well you can see in there. Yeah, you can see them. It locks into these little cutouts. There's 4 of them right there you can see. Again, it's spring loaded, but when you pull on the driver's side, that bar across the bottom is what releases the passenger side. And they need a little tweaking here and there from time to time. What I'm going to do on the 72, I'm going to use one of them screen door things. But this one, a little bit of oil on the hinge joint here, and a little tweaking on that bar, and she works good. Enough about that seat. Let me flip that out of the way. We're going to work on the inside of the truck. So I went ahead and dug the carpet out, set it on the shop floor. It's plenty wrinkly. Wrinkly? Wrinkly is the word, I think. And I got some of this, they call it different stuff, Dynamat or different insulation. This is LMC brand here. That's the thin, it's basically tar, it's sound deadening. And we're going to put that inside the truck. So I'll take you over there. We'll get you set up to see inside the truck. There's Spanish gold. Isn't that nice? I like that color. So, focus. So what we're working on is getting these seatbelt bolts, and I'm monkeying with my tripod. There, done. We're going to get all these seat bolts and make sure they're opened up enough and threads are right. We're just going to run a bolt through them because that's what I do. And then if we have any trouble running a bolt through, I'll use a tap, run a tap through. That's what I showed you on the other side. Now, you may have noticed I don't have my microphone yet. Yeah, I ordered it, but, well, it hasn't showed up yet. So I'll just keep yelling at you. You can hear me? Can you see me, though? You don't want to look at me anyway. So I'm going to run this bolt that I had out and had all ready so I wouldn't be embarrassed and have to run off while you guys are looking at the inside of my truck. But I must have done something with it. Lordy, I'm not very good at this. So, here we go. I'll try not to make too much racket, but we've got to climb in here on our old knees and check out these bolt holes. I should start it by hand first. This isn't NASCAR. We just want to make sure they run in and out like that. That's all I'm doing. Piece of cake. Won't take but a minute, and then we can start putting down some of that Dynamat stuff. Kill mat or whatever we get. Oh, I probably should have aren't good. Try these back ones. There's 2 in the front, 2 in the back on both sides, and we'll be all done with this part. Not bad. I took the seat out, but it only had 1 or 2 bolts, and I think 2 on each side, which I didn't care for. Those 4 are good. I'll back off. I probably got my tap and die set out for no reason. Trying to be prepared for this video. Because if I didn't get it out, that's right, I'd need it. Am I grunting and groaning too much for you? I'm sorry. That don't look good. That one doesn't look so great. We'll go to that one now. We're going to do another good one first. Well, we might as well do it. If you can't see the texture here, these floors are, I know that's loud, have been replaced before me. I didn't have to do them. Yep. I'm gonna need my tap. That'll be great. I get to show that in work. If I don't break it off in there, because that would make me unhappy. This is all rhino line. It's a little bumpy, but it's definitely got a good protectant, heavy coating on it. Never gonna rust again. The inside's, I believe it was painted, no, it was primed, and then they ran the rhino lining on it. That was part of the reason I bought it. There's one. Sorry about that. Let me hit it again. I got that one. Got one left. Am I gonna get my tap out for one? You know, if I don't, I'll really look stupid. Yep, I know. All right, so I gotta get my tap. You know where it's sitting right there, and then we're gonna get started on this. But that should never rot out. It's gonna have the dynamite in there. It's gonna have carpet in there. I can't imagine anybody's gonna four-wheel in mud with this thing. But you never know. You never know. Grab my tap. I didn't even have it set out for you. You could have watched me just run right in there and grab it. That would have been impressive for a change. I hope you can see me. I'm not going to run all the way over there just to see. I don't know if you ever used one of these before. They're kind of neat. Holds the tap right in there. I said perfect size threads for this. I said perfect. I know better. You know, if this doesn't work, I'll just call it junk. Oh, by golly, I actually did something on camera. Look at it. See that? I could have put it on the end of a drill, but I don't like that. Now, should I test it just to make sure? Why wouldn't I? Look at that. All done with that part. So we're going to get into sound deadening now. I'm going to grab some of that dynamite stuff and I'll explain it to you. Any flat metal area on your vehicle is going to have like a drum sound. And it's not something you really want in the vehicle. Now, I'm not trying to bang around here. I got to look real quick. I'm going to grab one for your side. I don't know if we're going to use all that. That stuff's like tar, and when you cut it with a knife, it makes a mess. Oh, it is something terrible. But we're going to do it anyway. He's done. And then I can see if you can see. I can't fit in there. Yeah, I can fit in there. I'll just close this door on you. Oh, you can see. I'm going to tilt you up just a touch. Cutting my head off all the time. I think that'll be better. So here's one for your side. We'll see what we're going to do. I don't know where I'm putting it. They say it doesn't really matter. It must matter. Why would you buy it? So on the carpet that I didn't show you while we were looking over there at the carpet, because I'm not any good at this, but it's got a, what do they call it, jute back? I worked at a carpet store when I was a kid, I can't remember, but it's got the insulation in there, the fiber type, and it runs up under your feet, and it kind of helps this from being, that little bump's been bothering me. I'm going to get that out of here. It just takes that, no, I'm not cutting myself. You don't want to cut yourself. Yeah, I'm done. That stuff's hard. That'll make a bump on the floor, won't it? See, you got to take the extra moment to make sure that stuff is rock solid. Look at that. Okay, not quite like a rock, but it's pretty tough stuff. Anyhow, back to the product. This just makes road noise. You don't want it. And I would assume, but I've never seen it, that this nut and how, or this actually a bolt, how it's countersunk, you would think your carpet would have a divot there. I got this little heel rest here, but anyhow, we are going to get some of this sound deadener in there. Now, I always put some on top of here because it helps stretch that carpet just a little bit more than normal. Makes the dome down. So we'll just hack a piece out of here. You know, you can't go wrong. You can piece this together all day. You know what? We are going to just go right up to the back of the seat. We can go right over the seat hump. We don't need to do that much. They say you don't cover the whole floor. It's just not necessary. You just do these pads and patches. I have a whole box of that. I should have grabbed that and I wouldn't have to cut it. Because I wasn't thinking. That's right. You guys want to see how great this cuts anyway. It's not too bad. It just tends to be a little gooey. Now, remember, it doesn't matter the shape. You could make this out of circles. Although I actually think circles would be kind of neat. Would look cool. Call it a silver dollar pattern or something. More importantly, we want it under the seat. You would think that's not important. Not to mention the fact that because this is made out of tar, it will actually help protect the floor even further. There's that bump I cut off. So I would think heel area, you just want to rub this stuff down. Now they talk about these fancy tools they sell, like rollers. I've got one at the house, used, old thing. I've got my gloves on. I forget about my gloves. Let me get my gloves on. I'll be right back. But you don't need to roll that stuff down. Heck, your feet are going to be on it for the next 10, 15 years, right? I guess you don't want it moving, but it ain't going anywhere. Where's it going to go? You're going to rub it into every little nook and cranny. I would think you'd want it draped over the nook and crannies. Not even sure I know what a nook and a cranny is, but it's got these little ribs in here. And I mean, why push it down into every little rib? Make the carpet just bumpier. I'm going to say it, I don't know. But anyhow, I like to get it stuck on there so it's just not going to slide around under your feet. Make some kind of goofy thing. But they tell me that everything I watch, YouTubers, that you just do that. Why is it down already? I can't leave it like that. I'm going to have to. I got to. I can't help it. Even if it's got a gap. I want it to feather off the carpet. So we do want to leave a little room over there. We'll just blindly go through here and cut her apart. I do this like I think I know what I'm doing. Looks like I know what I'm doing. I should just shut up. You might think I know what I'm doing. Probably not. If you guys need any of this stuff, order it because it seems like it's always on back order. Just make sure the corners are down, stuck good. Yeah, we just don't want it sliding around. It's not going anywhere. Boy, we could skip that and go right in there. What's wrong with that? What's that gonna hurt? Nothing. Make that little divot right there even bigger. Well, I gotta have the letter right. I gotta have lettering the right way. Should I come forward or go back? I don't know. I'm gonna go in the middle. And the carpet will, that's where I'm gonna go. Here in the middle. The carpet's got like a plastic bag on it, so it's not going anywhere. Now that piece almost fits nicely right in there, but I want to get this hump. If you don't cover the hump and you only cover the low spot, your carpet will be a little puffier there. It's gonna, just a little bit, but it will. So you want to put one across the top, which is troublesome. So that's where your seat goes. And through time your seat will sink right in that carpet. But this is only maybe an 8, I think it's more like a 16th thick. So I'm not too concerned with that. I've got more of it in the back. Can I use some of yours? I don't have enough of mine. I definitely want to cover underneath the seat. It's a hollow area and the carpet has not got any backing on it under here, so I definitely want to cover back here. I would like to roll this right around that corner. That looks like it fits. There's a little hump there, so I remember my carpet has a bump in this back area over here too. I'm going to just put that on there. We're going right after it. We're going to do it. Can't be scared. Think about it all day, never get anything done. There it is. Did you notice my lettering's backwards? Nobody's gonna see it. I like it right there. Let's put it right there. This one we want to rub, definitely want to rub it around the corners because that's where the carpet's gonna be tucked in around that corner. You don't want your carpet having way too much puffiness. It'll settle down. Probably the first full year it's going to have some wrinklage in it. We could steam it and all that. I know guys do that if they're going to, doing SEMA trucks. Yeah, no, it's not going to be anything like that. You can steam them down in there and get them nice. Something else I mentioned to you about being patient. Things, you can't just build, I know GM built a truck and they send it out the door. And I understand how that works, but they had warranties. If you really want a truck to be put together and hold together to last, some things you need to be patient with. For instance, the carpet. You put it in, let it set. It's going to settle in around the corners and it's going to fit better the following year. Door seals. The year you put door seals on, you're going to be frustrated. You got to slam your doors and you wonder, what, is it ever going to stop? Well, they don't build quite the quality of door seals that you would get from a GM's original equipment. And they know that. They want to sell that vehicle and have them doors shut right. They build them to fit 8 or 10 different cars and they will settle in. Another trick I've seen guys do is you can come in with cardboard, tape it all around the seal in the winter, slam your door on there good and hard. And through the winter, that extra pressure will soften it up a little bit and make the door fit better. Just some tricks and stuff people do. Do I need a piece there? Seems like I do. Don't know why you would. I need one there though, we talked about that. I'm not sure how yours is going to fit. Let me climb in there. This is fun. I think I should go in there too. Doing the best I can. Alright. So we'll do the same thing with yours. On your side. Get off of there. Why don't we leave it one piece, go right over the hump with it? Seems like a big piece to do that with. I'd rather cut it. What do you think? You don't? No? How can I meet you in the middle? We'll cut it right here. I could have just put it down. It would have been fine. But what my plan was, get over that little hump there. It's just going to be a little easier to manipulate. Just a little. Another job you want to do in the winter if you can. I mean, it's warm in here, but try monkeying with this stuff in the summer. Ooh, it gets sticky. You can't just move it around a little bit like that. First time this gets hot, it is done for. You're never going to move it again. See, that's what I was afraid of. Right in here, you're getting a wrinkle. But we can cut that wrinkle out. See if I can do that backwards. This one there should be right in there somewhere. Oh, I hope you can see that. You probably can't. And the reason I know is because it worked. If you could see it, it wouldn't work. Yep, you definitely can't see that. It's just not possible. Because it went right down nice. See if we can get that over there. Finding them seatbelt holes is going to be interesting, isn't it? We should trolley mark those right now. I can cut them out later. Yep, I said it. Later. Always something for later. It's alright, you won't have to watch me do all that. Did you notice I didn't mark the back ones? It's still got time. It's getting stuck. See, if it was hot out, I would have never been able to peel that back. Mark them back ones too. Won't have trouble with them later. Alright. Stick that back in there. I'll come around there and get that all rubbed down good when you're doing something else. That's going to make that carpet fit good. Now, when I bring the carpet up in here in the next couple minutes, you're going to think, what kind of mess has he got? Carpet takes time. It just does. What are we going to do with this? I know what I want to do with it. I better leave it. We'll just cut it. We'll cut a triangle off of there. I know guys do this really pretty. Make every little corner just look. No, you don't want to double it up. That's wrong. You don't want to do that. One layer is plenty. There's places you might want two. As soon as I say one layer, somebody will tell me, no, you can do two. But for the most part, one layer. You don't want to double this stuff up. You'll start getting bumps and humps and things that look funny, and you'll never get your carpet just right. I mean, if you're a professional, you know I'm not a professional, right? Did I tell you that I never done this for a living? I vacuumed this out too before you guys got here. I didn't do this for a living. No, I did not. We're going to get by with this right here. Put one there, put one here, that way our carpet fades off into that corner. What do you think? Full length, half length? Then I'll need more. I got another piece in the back, but it'd take me 5 minutes to dig it out, and you certainly don't want to see that. Maybe we'll do two this way. That was loud, sorry. I got that little gummy. I wonder why. I better cover that. Go up in here with this. I like that idea. Let's cut this right through here. You see, that's it. It doesn't matter. Never going to see it. Going to make things quieter. I want her nice and quiet. It's going to be a driver. Daily driver. You remember that part, don't you? Yeah, I knew you did. So what? All right, where'd that go? Right here? Yeah, right there. It will. It'll really make a difference. I won't even bother with it today, but I know I've got another box or two of this. I actually think this was for the back, but it's okay. I've got more of it. I want to cover the gas tank because I'm leaving it in there, and you won't. Can you hear that? That would really be annoying. I mean, you can hear the gas slosh around. Most people don't care for it. Yeah, I need another piece, and I can put one back there. Oh, that fits perfect. I know you can't see in there. I can barely see in there. But that actually fit behind, where the jack goes, behind the seat, next to the gas tank. Yeah, the gas tank. I like that piece in there. That's going to be great. We are putting seat belts in this. I may have told you that already. So I will probably get them coming. I wasn't going to put them in, but then I decided I better. We didn't cover the top of that, did we? I'll do that later. Yes, I said it later. Always stuff for later. You guys want to see that carpet in there. I know you do. I'm going to fold that up right here, bring that carpet over to you. Give that a look-see. See how it how it fits. Now, I don't remember where I bought the carpet. I wish I got my microphone. But no, it didn't come in. I would. Maybe next week. I feel like I still got my coat on. Somebody turn the heat up. It's warm in here. Okay, here we go. Color matching curtain. Now I'm going to frog around with this for a while, and I don't have high speed, so you either have to suffer or just fast forward yourself if you don't want to see me tucking this all in everywhere. You won't get your full half hour in, but that's your problem, not mine. I'm giving you 30 minutes somehow. Well, that looks like that's going to fit all right. I'm kind of liking that. Yeah, I've never done this. Can you tell? Huh, I must go farther up in there. Don't worry about these wires. Don't pay any attention to those at all. When I get the, oh, I forgot about the dimmer button. We're going to have to cut that out. They didn't cut it out, and I thought, well, why would you guys cut that out? I bet you wish I would cut this out. And it's because a lot of guys don't use them anymore. They go with those, you did it steering wheels. I did it, whatever. And they got the dimmer on it, which I don't know why it's called a dimmer. It should be called a brightener, because we drive around with it on dim most of the time. That's gonna fit all right. I like it. It's a lot quieter in here already, can you tell? And I've got the rear gas tank. You might not be able to see. They didn't cut around that because some guys put the tank in the back of the box and or under the back of the box, and they wouldn't want to have their carpet cut. Now look, we're going to have a little problem up in there. That's going to stretch nice. I'll get that all tucked in there. It's going to look sharp. But we do have a little erosion on our cardboard. It's going to take some stretching, but hey, maybe I should put down there on that. See, I didn't. You could hear it. Put my hands down here, you don't hear it. You can hear it there. So I'll put a piece in here. I still got to do the top of this one. But can you tell the difference in that? It makes a difference. It's worth the money and time. Well, it was worth the time for me to do it. I don't know if it was worth the time for you to watch it. I think it looks pretty good. I do have matching floor mats too. Should we see if they really do match? You just wait right here. I'm going to get them a choice. I won't be gone with a second. I'm running to the far side of the shop. But I want to see how good they look. I want to see if I wasted my money. Because they're probably junk. Here I am. All right. Quiet. Shh. Huh? What do you think? It's like a perfect match. Yeah. Right, left, right. That one goes over there. Hey, that's going to be all right. They're kind of long though, aren't they? You know what? I don't know if you can see that. I'm kind of glad I grabbed those. I know it's not fitted very good. Boy, am I in the way. I don't think you can see. Let me sneak you in there a little closer. Matter of fact, I'm going to do every time, right? You're probably thinking right now, every time he monkeys with that tripod. But I want to show you something right in there. See, next to them two holes, I'll climb in there and show you. I can lay down on my carpet. See, this carpet rubbed up in here, and somebody rubbed their foot on there. Mind your way. And they rubbed a black covering off of that cardboard. Now I might still cover that. I might take it out. You can use like some Gorilla tape or something. You'll have seams, but it's got folds anyway. But I'm wondering, I got the right one, don't I? It don't seem right. Does this go this way? Why do I gotta look stupid on camera? That ain't right. I had it right. Goes up in there like that. I don't know. What do you think? And then this one will go up by the... That's got to be right. It just doesn't look right. You wouldn't want to put that behind the other side behind the pedal, would you? But it's got to go up in there. I think that cutout goes like that next to the pedal. Then your foot can rub on that plastic and hit the gas pedal. That's how I think it should fit, although it does look a little funny with that kind of showing, don't it? I don't know. I bought them. They're probably junk. They're supposed to fit. They look like they fit. They kind of fit. Huh. Don't know. Not sure I like this one. What if we go under the pedal? Let's try it. Let's see what that looks like. Is that how it's designed? I don't think so, because I got like 4-inch gap on the other side of the door. Like over on this side. If I pull it way up high, then I got this, you know, it runs way down there like that. I guess this is where your feet go. Couldn't run without them, could I? Yeah, I wouldn't do that. Too much garbage on the floor. I think that's how they go. They probably made them for the high hump or the low hump. Well, that's all the carpet you probably want to see for now. I know I was anyway. Did I tell you I got my wiring done? I'm not going to bore you with that. I did take an hour to get my wiring done. It was frustrating, but I got it. I said it, I got it. Well, let's take you around to the front. Show you what's going on there. You've seen enough of this. We're going to do door panels next. They are not going to be fun, but I'm going to get you more light before we do those. They're going to look nice, but I can't just put them on and call them good. I've got to fit them. Make sure they got to look good to me. That's the first priority. So what we got going on here, I know you've seen this before, but I got my gasket for the top. I found my studs for the bottom. And you might notice there's only 3 in there. That's because I don't have the nuts. And I know the guy can give me the right one at the store, but I'm going to take it with me and make sure that they thread on nice and everything fits good. And I don't know how you're supposed to do this, because I'm not a mechanic. You do that. I put those studs in with orange, that's right, orange Loctite. So when you're taking the nuts off, you don't back the doggone thing out and you ain't got room, because the stud will hit the top of it. So those are orange Loctite in there, high strength, removable. That's the important part, removable. So there's that gasket. You notice I didn't have one on the bottom. So why they put it back on there, I don't know. You gotta buy that gasket tomorrow. As much as you think you have everything, you don't. You won't. You're gonna run into stuff you